Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be swatching some things from Polished Gamers Box. I don't think I've done a video from Polished Gamers Box on my channel yet, but they are a monthly collaboration, if you will. So you have a lot of different indie brands that have a polish based on a specific theme. Everything as it relates to Polished Gamers Box is themed around games of some sort. And the theme for October was puzzle games, I believe. So I ended up picking 8 different polishes. I know I said October. It does take a while to actually get what you purchase from Polished Gamers Box. It takes about a month, so you don't get anything from October until November. And I already had a lot of other things filmed and ready to go, things that I specifically designed for the holiday. So I didn't get a chance to film this until December, which is why it's coming out in January. But hopefully that doesn't matter to you and you still love nail polish and just want to watch this. But I ended up picking 8 different things here, a couple from the same brand, BCB Lacquers, but they had a couple of really great things in here, so I couldn't help myself. So go ahead and watch those bottle shots roll by, and then we'll get started.
You interrupt me and I interrupt you. A shame. When did we start losing and stop giving? I remember I gave it time, all of my time. Now my mind's lost in its thoughts. I want you want only you, but my heart's all tied up in knots. Wanna release it, 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 wanna release it.
So first up we have Sweet and Sour Lacquer Goo Balls. Interesting name. But I really do like Sweet and Sour Lacquer. I actually have purchased directly from them. They have their own website as well. So I have a few polishes directly from them, and then I've purchased from a couple of different places that they have their compilation polishes, like Hella Handmade Creations, Polished Pickup as well. But I really dig this polish because I think it's an interesting shade of blue. It's kind of like a periwinkle blue, and then you've got these really contrasting flakies in there. So you've got some flakies that are complementary, like the unicorn skin ones, and then you have a couple that are almost, I feel like they're almost black at first glance, which gives this really interesting speckled contrast. And it's all in this very light sort of periwinkle base. So of course, as you layer the polish, it gets deeper, but I really dig this. I dig the combination of this. I dig the base shade, and I think it just looks really cool together and just really pretty. Up we have Cuticula, Lost in the Woods. I love Cuticula. I'm a Cuticula stan. I have a great little collection going from Cuticula. I think they have a really broad range of polishes, so I tend to buy from them directly. And then usually if I do buy from one of the three compilations that I do, I usually try to pick up something from Cuticula because they usually have some really cool ones that they do for whatever the theme is. So I like this one a lot because, again, you're working with like well, at first glance it looks like a light shade of blue, but that's just because of the jelly base. It's going to get deeper as we go on. So it has these really pretty iridescent flakies on there. And something that I really like about jelly polishes with iridescent flakies is how good they look just after that second coat. They look so much more opaque and fuller and like deeper in terms of color. So I love that about jelly polishes, like when you start to layer them. I just think the flakies in here are really nice because they're really big and they complement this particular shade of blue really well. I opted to go just with 2 coats. I feel like if you really wanted to, you could definitely put on like another coat, but I don't mind that kind of sheerness that I keep with just doing the 2 coats. I like that. Next up, we have our first entry from BCB Lacquers, who I also have just come to recently really like. I've just kind of started building my collection with BCB Lacquers, but this is Not I Need a Cheat Code. What a fun name, by the way. So this is a very light and subtle polish. It's sort of like a very mint green, and then you have this shimmer in there, which I think the shimmer is just really beautiful and complementary. I feel like the shimmer is maybe like akin to like pink and yellow, which is really nice because I think, you know, sometimes when you have shimmers like that in a color that's so light to begin with, it's almost difficult to see, but I think this still shows up really well on camera, which is nice. I like the subtlety of this color. I think the shift is really nice in here, and I think it's just really pretty. Next up, we have Geekish Glitter Lacquer. This is the first time that I've ever purchased from this brand, and I really dig this color. So this is a respawn, just meaning that it's not part of the theme. This is something that they released previously. At least that's how I'm understanding a respawn to mean. So maybe that's, I feel like that's probably what it means. But anyway, this is a respawn, and this is As Dark as Every Heart That Inhabits It, which I feel like it's totally fitting for this color. It's like a deep maroon brown, somewhere in that family, maroon, brown, red, and then it has this beautiful linear hollow. I think there's also a shimmer in there too. I can't tell. I think sometimes when you have a linear hollow and a shimmer, it can be hard to tell, but whatever's in here is gorgeous. I love dark polishes. I love linear hollows. I think this polish is super gorgeous and I love it. Next up, we have another entry from BCB Lacquers, but this is also a respawn, so not part of the theme for this month. This is Dark Heart 2.0. And I love purple, which I will continue to say because it is still true. And I saw this and I was like, well, gotta have it. So it's just a really simple, straight up polish. It's just a linear hollow purple, but I do think there's some other kind of glitters in there. Maybe there's something else that's not a purple that kind of shines through, which I think makes this polish really pop for me, because you got that linear hollow base and then you have some kind of flakies or some kind of glitters that are in a different shade, or maybe they are purple, they're just, you know, different shade of purple, not sure. Whatever it is, I love it. Vibes with the dark witch heart of my soul. Next up, we have Gin and Berries, Everything and Nothing. So this is a beautiful green. It's sort of like a darker green, especially once you start layering the polishes. And then it has these flakies in there, which I think are different shades of green. Or maybe there's some gold in there. But I think it's really, I love the base, and then I love the flakies. They're just complemented. And as soon as you start layering this polish, it just gets more and more gorgeous. Next up, we have Jilly Bean, which is also my first time ordering from them, and it's Hacking Rapture. So I dig this color. I think it's very, very sheer on my first coat. It's even hard to tell that it's red, but you can definitely see that shimmer that's in there come through just on the first coat. But when you put that second coat, and I think I end up doing a third coat on this one as well. So it's sort of like a cherry cola red, if you will. And then you've got these different kinds of flakies. I think you've got like you got some really big flakies that I think are maybe red or gold, and then you have some smaller ones as well, and then you have that shimmer. So I think there's a lot of things going on in here, but they all work really well together, and I feel like this reminds me of like a cherry cola, but like in the best way. Next up we have Rogue Lacquer with Legends of the Hidden Temple. Dig that name. I get some real Indiana Jones vibes. So we have a really beautiful, interesting color on this one. I think we have like a champagne sort of color as the base, so it's very light. And then we have these really intense flakes, foils, as well as a shimmer. So I feel like this polish reminds me kind of a wedding almost, in a certain extent, because it is so delicate, but it's also so pretty, and it's almost like a combination shimmer and like a foil polish. So I don't really love foil polishes, but like this could be for you if you don't like foil polishes either. That way you get the illusion of a foil polish without actually looking like a foil polish. But I really dig this shade. I think it's really nice and subtle and just really pretty. I like the base color, and I like whatever's mixed into this as well, which gives it this really extra pop that just looks really great when you move your hand to certain lights. Last but never least, we have Night Owl Lacquer, which I'm also a huge fan of. This is Fever Chill Weird. Interesting name. I'm sure it's related to something else, but I dig this polish because we've got some reflective glitters going on. It's purple. We've got a shimmer going on, which is like pink. So, I mean, we're getting all the best of both worlds in here for me. I love reflective glitter, and I definitely think like 2022 became the summer of reflective glitter. I just really think it's really gorgeous, like especially when you shine that light on it. Reflective glitter is just so pretty, and I think the reflective glitter with this particular shade of purple and the shimmer as well just comes together, and it's just a really, really nice payoff. It looks really, really great. So I love this polish. Let me know if you guys are also fans of Polished Gamer Box, or if you have any favorite brands that you order from within them as well, and what's your favorite of these that I swatched. So I really thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making this video, and if you like that, you can check out full swatches on my Instagram as well. Thank you for watching. Catch you later. Bye.